I came across a sale. I guess I don't know what holiday sale it was, but they had these. Been wanting to get these different scales for my Benchmade. Let's see, this is the 550 HG. Been wanting to get some different scales for that. I got the. This has always been a great knife. It's one of my favorite knives. It is my favorite knife. Let's back that back up. But yeah, this is a little plasticky feeling. Originally I wanted to buy the Griptilian that came with the G10 scales, and the smaller one was $179, the smaller Griptilian, and the full-size Griptilian was close to $200. So, and you got the upgrade blade steel, even though the 154 CM is pretty awesome. I mean, I've had this knife blade has been a perfect cutter. It sharpens very easily, so can't complain. But I got the green linen micarta scales, and man, they feel so wonderful. I bought them from Knives Ship Free, and I don't know if these were made by Benchmade or what. They retailed for like $97, and they were on sale at 30% off, so I paid like $61. And I'm really pumped. They have a little bit more heft to them, which I'm sure than these do, but I like the little bit added heft. I don't want a heavy knife, but this is definitely going to change the feel. But the next step is taking it apart and putting them on. So I thought I would just do that real quick. I think it's a T6 driver. Let me pull all my little clips out. This is an interesting little tool. A teeny tuner. My brother-in-law up in Arkansas had a couple of these, and I stole one from him. But these seem to be hardened bits, so I have not ruined. You get anything that's not hardened, and these twist, and they're junk. This one has been pretty good. It doesn't offer a whole bunch of leverage. That is the downside, and then getting these out is kind of a little bit of a struggle too. The scales, the Knife Ship Free scales come with all these replacement screws and little pieces, and then it says in the instructions to reuse these instead of the ones that go with the OEM FRN handles. So I don't know what size, if they're different size, but I'm going to follow the directions. Take these out. See how it's kind of short? I kind of like something that's a little bit taller and a little bit skinnier, but this is what I got, and the bits are phenomenal compared to anything you can buy locally. Because I've had to torque some down, and those and they don't twist or tear up or strip. So there's our left it black on the other side, which is cool because it kind of adds a three-dimensional look to the clip when it's on the knife. And just I can get a little bit of real fine steel wool and polish that back up. I banged it on so many, getting in the car or banging it on the door, or all kinds of things. That's kind of frustrating, but that's what it is. So I'm going to put these over here so I don't mix them up. This pivot. So that is, let's see, that's probably a T8. Yeah, T8. Instructions say leave the blade closed. So that's what I'm going to do. I didn't put the right one on. Idiot. T8 is this one. Hope that's right. Remove pivot. I guess what they call is the male pivot part of the screw. Remove that, set that aside. All right, back to a T6. It looks so close. It says remove the three screws holding the scale on. So let's see here. These are the factory screws. Never taken these out before, and so that was really easy. Removing that. It's got all kinds of gunk on it from my pocket. Set that aside. In fact, that had maybe some kind of glue on it at one time. Never done this before, so I'm doing it as I go, as I learn how to do this. So there's another one. Let's see, and there's the last one. There are those three. Take that one out. Scale, oh, gunk-y. Woo! Need to blow that out. See, I got all kinds of lint gunk in there. Ugh. So I guess I will blow this off with go get my compressor with my air gun. All right, here we go. Got my air gun. I'm gonna blow this off my desk that is my computer and blow this off. Much better. I'm pretty sure. Let me get a rag. Okay, I'm not going to do anything trying to polish anything or take it majorly down because this knife is flawless. This knife is just pure joy to use. It's actually an amazing knife. I mean, it flips open so easy and closes so easy. One-handed, you know, 2 fingers. It's really, 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 really good. So I'm not gonna really have to really clean anything other than blowing it out. Hopefully no springs go boing and bounce out and pieces come apart. I don't think it will. I hope it doesn't. Okay, well there's where you gotta take the pivot screw out. I don't know. We're going to learn together. So, do we put that one back on? Like that. And I think definitely don't want to get these all messed up. Let me appropriately line these back up. Okay, I'm pretty sure it says to put that one in, tighten it back down. Maybe temporarily. Not going to tighten it down too far. Let's see here. Okay, it says to open, but do not allow to fully open and engage the access lock Insert a small hex key or similar sized rod into the male empty side of the pivot and gently push the female pivot screw out the other side. All right, I'm going to use one of my T-handles. Hopefully this doesn't go boing and spit it out. I'm pushing it out. Push it out the other side. Oh, there it goes. The blade moved around just a little bit. Oh, shoot. Guess that's the washers. Ugh. Right. The washers in there move. Ugh. Let's see what the next step is. You can see my washers, they shifted, so I can't put in the, let's see here. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off. Let's see. First I need to blow off this side too, because it's kind of mucky, linty, dirty. Take my cloth, clean up a little bit. I don't know if I need to replace these. Cut my rubber. My blade is so sharp. If I need to replace these, I have to. I don't know. Well, that's going to be so nice. Very, very nice. Oh man, it fits like a glove. We'll move my camera up just a hair. Oh shit. Well, there's my blade. Go ahead and clean that off. That's what I like about this blade compared to, say, this blade on my Shaman. Man, this thing is probably twice as heavy of a blade, but still probably very similar in length. And this thing is a monster. I mean, when you shut it, when you flick it shut, it really, you can feel the weight, and that's why they have that big metal piece right there in the back to counterweight. But that's one thing I like about this Benchmade, is it's so lightweight. When you flick it open, you don't feel the knife wanting to slip out of your hand from snapping open. So. Might be a learning experience. Let me insert this back in here. Try to align my washers. This is what you get. Benchmades are a little more complicated. Wish I didn't have that scale on. That thing is stuck on there now. Let me fiddle with this. then I'll get back to the video portion. Okay, try to continue this. This is a little messy. I had to align those washers up, and then right before you put the male all the way through, you got to pull back on the axis lock, and then you've got to push that the rest of the way through. So it looks like now I've got it to that point. All right, it says the longest is mounted in that hole. Make sure there's 3 different sizes. Okay. Tall, medium, and short. Let's see. Proper fit and function. The longest tube must be inserted into the hole closest to the pivot, so that's the longest one. Put that in there. The shortest tube must be inserted into the middle hole. That's the shortest one. And then the medium-sized tube must be inserted in the hole closest to the pocket clip. So that's the pocket clip. Yeah, who knows how that goes. Okay. Okay, I'm going to install here. It says a T10. Is my 8 too small? Let me see about getting the Torx 10. Alright, well, I had to go to my, I took that out with an 8. Luckily, the 8, it wasn't in there that tight, so it didn't strip, but I had to go to my Craftsman and get the Torx size 10. Hopefully I'm doing this right. I'm gonna put it back together, make sure it works, and then go back and Loctite some of this stuff. Put this back in. Now using a real man's tool. Just kind of gently tighten that down. Not even tighten it down. Okay. Actually, this works better than this does, but I like the little bits, and this is convenient to carry in your pocket. Wrong bit size. I'm just going to tighten everything pretty loosely. These scales, they feel so good. Oh my gosh. I love my Griptilian. That's why I treated it. I saw that 30% off on the scales, and I finally talked myself into it. My little Christmas gift. And it's going to be so nice. G10, because they're really smooth. These actually have a little bit of a sandpaper surface. The other ones were really smooth. And you know, I could feel it, you know, when I opened it and flipped it around, that it had the potential to, you know, flip out of my hand, where this one I think is going to be a lot better. Put these in. It all looks good. And then I gotta remember what side my pocket clip's on. See how the silver looks. Let me see, I got the black one too. Let's see how that looks. All right, making a mess. Here's the one that Benchmade sent me. I kind of like the the silver that accents the silver, and the black and the Benchmade, and the black Benchmade butterfly on the blade. So I'm probably going to do that. But here's how this one would go on there, and it only mounts with 2 screws. Probably just going to go with the silver for now and put that on there. Put these back in. Play with the pivot screw. Play with that a little bit, but there it is. Oh, it's nice. I mean, it's almost, you can't tell there's a seam there for the most part until I really tighten it down. I mean, that is pretty. Hopefully that's in the shot. Oh, it just feels money. Added just a little bit of a heft to it. I don't know what the difference is, and maybe, you know, what is this, about a 4.5 ounce, 4 ounce knife, or 3.5 when before, and now it's maybe, you know, if it's 3.5 now, maybe a 4 ounce now. It's nice. Perfect. And here's all the extra screws, which I'm gonna put them back into here on the plastic ones if I ever need to reuse that. But there it is. I'm just gonna clean it up and lube it and clean all my fingerprints all off it. But there it is. Green linen micarta. Knife ship free. They were like $61. Regular $98. But yeah, that's it. If this was helpful, or if you have any questions, just let me know. I don't think anyone will. Most people don't have any questions. Okay. Well, have a nice evening. Thanks.